Welcome back, everybody, in this wonderful Wednesday afternoon. I hope it is Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. For here in the Intel Extreme Masters, Toronto qualify to find out who will be our second player to qualify for the main event in Canada in just about 4 weeks' time now. It's not long left at all. Towards the end of August, that event will take place. Yep. We've already got one player through from today's qualifier. That is first, and he was in first place. And then, of course, we had Massa from the Canadian-only qualifier who went through over the likes of Scarlett, Kane, and Huck. A big win there for Massa, the Terran player. And we're going to find out our third player overall to go through. It's going to be fun. I had a lot of fun in the Intel Extreme Masters qualifiers for Shenzhen, where we saw MMA go first and Snoot go second in the European qualifier. It's always good to follow these games before the main event.
Yeah, and MMA is still in.
MMA is still in. Can he qualify for 2 Intel Extreme Masters in a row?
Might be. He has to win against Hyun now, and then there's going to be Yoda, the guy who knocked him down to the lower bracket, right? Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
So we'll see how this is going to shape up. Of course, Hyun hasn't really played at that many Intel Extreme Masters, but the one that stands out the most, of course, when he was dressed up as Spider-Man and was jumping around on stage as Spider-Man outfit at New York Comic Con last year. That event was a lot of fun. Hyun had a great tournament, and that was where Life and Naniwell made it to the finals, and that was a very good tournament as well.
It was, yeah.
And hopefully, you Canadians, if you're watching, you're awake. You are going to be awesome and amazing when we do come over to Canada, as it's not that long away now. Which European player, European qualified player, will go through? Changed my statement a little bit there. We'll find out. Let's jump into this next game. MMA versus Hyun, a big game between two really big and large personalities within the StarCraft community. Up here to the top left, it is the guy who has a lot of fans, He's a WCS Europe winner, he's a BlizzCon winner, he's a GSL winner. He's been around for forever. It's MMA. And he played decently over the last 6 months or so. Didn't have the best of tournaments in Shenzhen when he did qualify. Quite fast, actually, in group stage play.
Yeah, 0-2 or something, yeah.
Yeah, not the best of tournaments, but he has been playing well recently. But we'll see how well he's going to do today. I think he did really well. He did really well in the Acer Team Story Cup just played recently.
Yes. Very he basically won for his team, right?
Yeah, and he 3-0'd Starnen in Challenger yesterday, so he is on form now again. But down here is the challenger to this guy. It is, of course, Hyun, who is known for his hyper-aggression, which is interesting, because look at the two builds. This doesn't really happen very often. Hyper-aggressive Zerg player is going to open up with a spawning pool first hit, a 13 spawning pool against a Proxy Reaper.
What was it, at 11? 11 Proxy Reaper? Okay.
So this is actually like amazing.
That's what happens on Frogstart. And keep in mind that on the left side of the Zerg base, there's also an entry. We did see Golden in the EPS playoffs. He didn't know about it. So 2 Reapers jumped in and killed like 5 drones. But I'm sure that Hyun knows about it, and well, yeah, my TvZ knowledge is not so great, so I don't know.
There's going to be a Queen out really early, and it's going to push the Reaper back really fast.
I thought so.
This is not the best.
Can he do something with a bunker?
Yes,
at the neutral,
he should pull back and not show his SCV here. Ideally, build a bunker. That's the one thing that he can get a bit of value from. Yeah. Because obviously, like, if he tries to just not do this, then the Reaper's going to get pushed back fast. But 6 Lings already. 6 Lings you obviously used here to get a run around to get towards the command center or something built, but he'll stop the bunker here easily. This Reaper's going to get pushed back. And not the best start for MMA. Great wrap around that SCV, by the way, to prevent it from escaping. Yeah, and now he's like, wait a minute, what?
Why is the Reaper here already?
Yeah. Building 6 Lings does slow down the Queen. Obviously, if you get 6 Lings like this, the Queen isn't built straight away, so that is an added benefit here for MMA too. Oh my God!
Wow.
The Intel Extreme Masters is in within all of us.
Wow.
Whoa. Sometimes the Intel Extreme Masters is the best, man, and it just has to creep out. All right, so this Reaper's got 3 kills already.
2 Zerglings slipped through, and they will be able to deny the CC, or maybe the SCV, I mean.
Yeah, and if he lets the supply depot down, I'm gonna go crazy. You're not meant to slip out 2 Zerglings like this.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what I'm feeling, that MMA won't lift up the supply depot, because He's not meant to be 2 Lings out here.
Yeah, I agree. That's not a mistake you check for. So yeah, they are getting in.
Oh, they're getting in.
Yeah.
Oh.
They will get
This is
SCV,
bad.
the SCV building the barracks. That's even worse for him. Oh, no.
This is bad, man. The Ling should not get in like this.
Oh, they will just walk around now the whole time. Cause a lot of...
There's 3 Queens out now as well. 4th one being built.
Gets a 4th Reaper though.
Looks like the Lings get stopped.
He gets the 4th Reaper because he rallies him back, but yeah, the Zerglings died with the SCVs, so Hyun didn't kept controlling the Zerglings the whole time, and the Reapers jumped in to the stairs where I showed it before, but the Queen was in position. 3 Reapers are enough to kill a Queen, so it's very close. 10 H. Oh wow, it goes down.
Yeah, nice pick up there by MMA. His hand was dealt and showed hands up, unfortunately, with a factory straight away behind this too, so he knows that Hellions are going to be on the way soon. So Creep Sped's spine, getting gas soon, any kind of defense against potential Hellions needs to be implemented soon. But nice nice use of these Reapers. Does lose 1, unfortunately.
But I think it was worth it. He got like 2 drones, a Queen, a few more Zerglings, and he still has a 3rd Reaper. He gets 1 more drone, I think. Ah, good control there by Hyun. Kept sliding under the Queen, so couldn't really click on it.
Oh, bad control by MMA there, loses a Reaper. But if a trade-off for a Queen, that can work.
It's so close!
The drone's like, no!
Oh.
Alright, that does work now, losing that Reaper, so...
Kill... Don't kill the Queen.
Starport hidden right at the back here, by the way. I think we'll most likely see a Viking from this to get rid of this Overlord. But let's look at the damage dealt, though. I mean, MMA's been put in a very difficult position from the get-go. Supplies are usually around this point when the 3rd command center's coming in, but the SCVs, man, 25 to 37. That's not good.
He will get 1 more drone with his Reapers. Maybe a 2nd one.
Okay, this is
Hyun is not
helping.
paying attention here.
Yeah, this is helping a lot. And without Zergling speed, the Reapers can do this to you.
Yeah. There's a Creep Tumor though now on the entrance, so it will be harder to jump in. We do have 2 Evo Chambers in the Roach Warren to wall off. With a Queen in the hole, of course, so the Hellions can't walk by. And MMA starts to wall off his natural as well with the first
He's playing mech.
He's playing mech?
Yeah, he's got double gases coming in really fast on his natural.
Oh yeah, but the Overlord sees it.
Barracks on the other side of the map as well that's not being used for Tetlab stim and stuff. So
yeah, you're right. It landed on the 3rd.
Mech.
But if Hyun paid attention as well, I think he knows.
Yeah, he should be able to, like...
He sees the barracks with a Creep Tumor in a few seconds, and he sees both gases on the natural.
Yeah.
So,
but this, I mean,
Overlord speed.
It's great that he knows that he's playing against mech, but I think mech is a fantastic choice on this map, considering how tight it is with all the pathways and...
It is super narrow. Maybe we'll see a Roach drop.
Yeah, could definitely.
Because he gets Overlord speed, of course, for scouting as well. But I saw some games by Golden against Goody where the Roach drop was really effective against the mech player. So we will find out. The Viking, by the way, killed 2 Overlords already. I missed that one on the natural.
It's okay. Kalaris usually misses 1 or 2 as well. It's fine.
Right. Lots of Hellions taking the Queens, but they do have transfuses.
Yeah.
Still...
just kind of holding them off without having any units out there, which is the nice part of this. But he's got to be careful not to keep doing this, because eventually these Queens will go down.
Oh, he does
He's supply blocked.
Oh yeah, you're right. For quite a while, actually.
Yeah, oh, great lineup of the Hellions to the Queens there, but another Queens comes off to help this. And looks like 8 Overlords. Yeah,
he was really shocked about the supply block. Because he started with 2 Overlords, and then he's like, nah, I have Lava Inject, I need a few more.
Banshee with Cloak, still no units out. Like, this can be good for MMA. This is a mistake, obviously.
Not even Spores.
No, just an Overseer, I think, with the Queens, I think, somewhere.
It's in the main base, I just...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there it is. It's flying over to scout. He won't have it with his Queens.
This is not good.
He doesn't know it's mech.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know it's the Banshee's there at least.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The Banshee now comes in, and there's no Overseer currently. Cloak has not been showed, and even Roach is dying to this. And through an over... No!
Oh, no!
What was that?
Oh, God.
Whoa! Whoa, what was that?
What is Hyun doing? Hyun is completely falling apart. Roach is dying left and right to Hellions. The Banshees are killing all the Queens. The Ferrari Overseer is on the other side of the map, but finally he morphs in one at home.
I think that was so funny, just the natural StarCraft player with him. He was like, no, they're workers. And they're not pros, but they're workers. Like,
the Viking is... The Viking's killing the Overseer. The Viking is killing the Overseer.
And behind this, MMA's taking his third. He's getting tanks out now. Of course, a counterattack with Roaches could do a bit, but all these Hellions survived. They didn't even die. And MMA's like, this is great. I killed off a lot of drones just then.
And the Banshee's alive as well with 4 HP.
Yeah.
Overseer is trying to bang it down. I don't know what it's doing, but...
I don't know. He's just tracking it, I guess. But the Banshee's going to push these Roaches back. There's still a lot of Hellions.
Does he have a tank?
Tanks are being brought in. They're just coming out now, but Banshees is usually good enough here. This is obviously a lot of Roaches, but look at how many Hellions there are. They should be able to hold this.
I think Hyun is all in. He's down to 46 drones, and he produces nothing but Roaches.
Yeah.
So this is his last try. It either works or it's pretty much out of this game.
Yeah, the other Banshee... Okay, there's 2 Banshees here. There's a tank, 2 tanks, a lot of Hellbats. He's just got to keep building units right now. He should be fine. I mean, he can lose units for sure, but as you said, it's like an all-in move right now.
Oh, he gets both tanks, though.
30 more Roaches.
Yeah.
But Banshees should never stop being built, and there's no stop to Banshees. There's nothing to stop Banshees. Like, there is nothing right now. All he's got to hope for is getting the worker kills. He can't finish him off.
Yeah, he can finish him off. Very good position here with the tanks on the high ground behind the destructible debris.
Yeah.
Getting lots of Roaches and only 3 of them left. That's enough to one-shot SCVs. But as you said, he's getting workers, but he doesn't get the kill. And he's so far behind in drones that it's very hard to recover. Of course, he has the gold base, but will it make the difference?
I mean, it's always good to get rid of, you know, SCVs and stuff, but at the end of the day, there's always going to be a mineral dump for MMA, which in this case, it's going to be SCVs. And he's still being able to maintain a decent lead.
He's still got 21 SCVs, so that was quite a lot. And the Banshees, of course, has been busy with defending, and they are still busy defending, even though the Roaches are on the other side of the map. And just now they're flying out again. We do have the Infestation Pit and the Hydra then, I believe. It wasn't...
I wonder what we'll see from this. Could it be Hive and Vipers for Blinding Cloud with Roach Hydra? Does he want to try and use Swarm Host here? I don't think he'd get the Hydra then if that was the case.
No, I think that what you said with the Blinding Cloud is a very good call.
But that's a massive timing window. What do these Banshees do? Just die into the sport? There's a massive window of opportunity if that's going to be a Hive and Blinding Cloud, though. And if MMA Scan saw this, somehow knew that an opportunity was there, I know well, we all know he'd just go out and attack. But currently it's just Roach Hydra.
Yeah, the Banshee is hovering at the 4th base. It was scouted, so it will die to the Hydras. So the 4th base is actually fairly easy to take now.
There's the Hive. I wonder if MMA has a scan now. He's seen Hydras, which you wouldn't really build if you were going to go Swarm Hosts. He may think there could be, maybe, some Mulus randomly coming in, but he's got, I guess not, he's got turrets and Thors, so...
This is so cool. He gets Medivacs as well for the Hellbats to drop and probably to heal in the fight. I really like that. Usually a mech player never gets a starport with Medivacs on it.
Yeah.
He will just add a few Vikings or something.
Yeah, he'll need Vikings if he plays against Vipers, so... But that's not in his thought process right now, as he doesn't really know what Hyun's up to. I wonder what MMA is... You know, as a player, when you're in this position, you kind of are thinking if you're ahead, how far are you ahead? Do you think MMA might be thinking he's a little bit too far ahead than he actually is?
Yeah, I guess it's hard to judge, to be honest. I think he might have a... Like, he doesn't know exactly where he stands in this game. And to be honest, I also thought that Hyun is further behind than he right now is, because his army is pretty decent. And there's a tank drop going on. Where will he land his tanks? Like, is there a sweet spot where the Zerg cannot attack it? I don't think so.
No. Oh,
he has to be careful, because there's so much value in these 2 Medivacs.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting. I love the creep spread, by the way. Queen really far forward.
The Hellions and the heads. Now he moves out with his tanks.
He might put the tanks on the high ground above the 3rd, but I mean, even that's not a beautiful position, you know?
No, not really.
Vipers are on the way. And MMA did not scan. He didn't know the Hive was down. He didn't know that the Vipers are on the way. So if he gets caught with Vipers and Blinding Cloud, he could lose everything here.
What is this tank drop? I
don't know.
What is he doing? He's wasting in 2 tanks, 2 Medivacs, 1 Medivac gets away.
Hellions.
He gets a good position, though, on the gold base, but it's...
oh, God, that tank line.
He's very spread out, so
but
if
the Vipers can just come over and Blinding Cloud. There's no Vikings, there's nothing. Oh, here they come. Okay, Vikings are here, 4. And more coming.
He just scanned... he was scanning the army. So he does see the Roach Hydra. I think Hyun, if he hides his Vipers and they have enough energy, he will get a beautiful fight.
And these Hydras are going to destroy this SCV line, by the way.
Yep.
And this golds. I don't think they can destroy the planetary, but
if they get the surround, they can easily do it with the DPS. But
oh,
no. Okay, wow. They were really, the AI was messing with him because of the mineral patches.
Ideally, Hyun doesn't want to lose his gold, but this is a really weird situation against a mech player expanding forward, so I almost think it's a good thing that he loses his gold.
Oh, beautiful by Hyun. Burrowing the drones just in the second when the Hellions were coming down here.
Yeah, and MMA probably didn't even see them borrow. So
yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't. Yeah, that was perfect by Hyun. So now he has 4 Vipers full of energy. He will crush this mech army, no?
Well, how many Blinding Clouds can he land? There's a lot of tanks.
He can.
Depends on if he lands them on all the tanks, then yes, he can.
Yeah, you're right. This line is insane.
Yeah,
wow.
there's a lot of tanks
I just saw
here.
it on the left side. There's like...
So it's going to be hard to destroy this, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Wow. Okay, never mind.
There's a lot of tanks, man.
I saw them on the right side. I was like, okay, 6, and then I saw like 7 more on the left side. I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, his tagline's been awesome. It's been really deep, like really long down this middle pathway. And
yeah, very well done by MMA. Also getting 2 sensor towers, so yes, very control of the map.
Yeah, and he knows where the new Zerg base is after killing the gold too. It's down at the south, so his pushes are going to be all through this middle. And it's a great choice. I mean, I don't know if it was the choice that he was going to go for anyway. Maybe it's something to do with the Reaper being on the other side of the map and not being able to have a barracks, but mech seems great, like really good on this map.
He does it again. It seems to be...
It's crazy, man. This
two
one
tanks,
I
4
prefer.
Hellions.
Well, this one's got destructible debris in the way, right? Yeah, this one's better to do it on. Not up the north.
But I think he will drop them in the mineral line, maybe.
If he does that, man, it's
yeah, he does.
Okay, like high DPS units, man, tanks.
Oh.
Okay.
No, now you're right. Now he will drop them on the high ground.
Yeah, this is a good position. He's
Yeah.
got to kill the rocks to get there. Or I guess he could pull them down with Vipers as well. So
yeah, and just the Overlord vision. Yeah, it's a bit different from Brood War. And like, tank drop would have been very effective there, but
this isn't Brood War MMA.
yeah, in StarCraft 2 it's a bit different. 4 Hellions would have probably done a better job, and 4 Hellions actually sneaking into the natural.
Oh. Well, there's not many drones in the main.
Yeah, but in the natural it will really hurt.
And there's 3 Hellions being dropped into the main too.
Yeah.
While the push comes with no Vipers, so these Hydras are dead.
Wow. Hyun being on the attack move for a few seconds there, losing a lot of units. Hellions are being dropped into the main base.
God.
And wow, I'm so this looks so strong by MMA. As you said, this map is so narrow, so...
It looks great for me, it really does.
The tank line he had seemed extremely powerful in the middle of the map. You can't save your gold base because the tanks are on the high ground.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, not saying that like mech is overpowered, because I think maybe a good Swarm Host play could be good against it, but the way that Hyun was playing with Roach Hydra
was
against
just
it, very difficult to do.
Just doing the tank drop again. Huge attack on the gold base, by the way, from the Zerg. But yeah, the tank's actually getting cleaned up every time when they drop. He should keep them together as he does right now in the middle of the map.
It's got to be careful. I mean, one bad fight as mech and you lose that army and everything's gone. Imagine if these tanks run siege and Hyun walks in, clears them up, the game is over almost. So I mean, he's got to be very, very careful with what he throws away and where he is all the time. He's about to take a new base though. Another one down here to the bottom left. Hyun, I saw he built a couple of Swarmos. Okay, one. I'm not sure what that one is doing.
That's the misclick.
That's what the intention from Blizzard was originally, is the one Swarmhost siege.
To control, to control the area.
Not quite the Snoot 20 Swarmhost siege.
Because I think Swarmhost is on hotkey A, and sometimes when they wanted to do a tech move or something, they build a single Swarmhost.
Yeah.
Happens rather often.
How did you know the Swarmhost on A? Have you played Zerg?
Because I checked it on Wikipedia.
Oh, really?
I had to check the DPS and stuff from locals.
And you checked the hotkey too?
Well, I just remembered it. I don't know, it's in my mind. It's stuck.
All right, here comes another fight. Blinding Clouds are good here, obviously, down these low grounds.
But the tanks are... Look at this position over here.
Well, yeah, that's an awesome position.
Yeah.
Can you go further down, or is he stuck there? No,
the tank, I think maybe it can get dropped on here? Or I'm not sure.
I think he would have put it there if he could. It looks like it's too... You couldn't get there.
Okay.
Because Stalkers can get there.
Yeah, Stalkers can get there.
Tank may be too fat.
So there's 2 more Hellbats. Oh wow, and MMA is in such a beautiful position Yeah,
Yes.
he gets crazy with missile turrets as well. Another base, more gas for a mech. That's exactly what he needs. More
MMA's
CCs.
had years and years of training how to play mech and turret rings, like from his Terran versus Terran days.
Yeah.
He's got this on lockdown.
Yeah, the Viking killing the overlords around the map. One single Hellion killing the spores. And yeah, as you said, the way Hyun played this game, maybe he was even forced to because he was behind, of course, after the Roach attack. So with Roach Hydra, or basically it's pure Hydra right now, those 8 Roaches, they make no difference. So I guess given the units he has, it's very hard to come back, right?
Yeah, you can't fight into tanks.
Yeah, you can't fight.
It's
Yeah.
just, it's very, very difficult to take a good fight. The only, like I said, the way is with these tanks on siege, but MMA is not going to make that kind of mistake. There's so many Hellbats to go through, Thors, Vikings on the Vipers, but I mean, I guess this is one kind of way he can try, but that's, you know, run around base trading style.
Yeah, what does it help? Because
there's so many tanks that are defending past this gold base.
And his natural and main base will probably die because of this movement.
If Hyun attacks up this ramp, then he's going to get crucified.
Oh god, oh god,
There's
oh
too
god.
many tanks.
Oh god, no!
Okay. Oh, this is a lot of damage output. And the tanks go back a long way.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Hyun's dropping in supply right now.
Wow, nothing is left from... It's like 10 Hydras left.
Yeah.
And tanks will clear the rest here. While...
Which way do I go? Right, left, right, left? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While, as mentioned before, MMA is killing more than just the natural and the main. He's actually killing the 3rd and the 4th at the same time. The Vikings will land behind the mineral line. And he still has a medevac with Hellbats there, so they could come over and help him.
13 more Hydras coming out, so maybe he could pick up some loose straggling units around.
I think the Hydras will die when they hatch here in the main base.
I think they will die instantly.
Like, yeah.
Oh.
They are gone.
Yeah, and on this north one, they're not going to last too long either. But cool game. Definitely really, really cool game from our golden boy here in WCS. As MMA fighting for Europe versus America.
That's what he does.
Take this one. Europe's victory.
Yeah, that was... yeah. I guess after the Roach attack and when he couldn't finish him off, he was actually pretty far behind. Like, it was very hard for him to recover.
Yeah.
And probably Roach Hydra was his best shot because he always already was on the attack upgrade and on the Roaches.
Yeah. And it all stemmed down to that supply block while he was with the Queen dance. That's kind of cool. That's normal to do as you're droning behind it. But then you got a supply block when it was time to build Roaches to push these units back.
Yeah.
And then it all just kind of crumbled from that position. You had the drones moving out and
yeah, he lost like 10 drones because they were sliding. He lost 2 or 3 Queens. He lost a few Roaches. Everything was falling apart at that point.
And that's when he went for that big counter, which put him in a difficult position.
Yeah. So MMA is leading 1-0 here.
Yeah, MMA is a funny character, like because sometimes he's playing really, really well recently. ATC, yesterday's WCS he played great, and today he's playing good as well. But then if you just think like 1 or 2 weeks ago in Shenzhen he goes 0-2, 0-2. Like the consistency sometimes does struggle with him. But one thing that he's always said in the past is when he loses heavily like that, he gets even more motivated to train harder, which may be the reason for his, bounce back so fast.
Yeah.
But Hyun is one of the best Zergs, man. He's so very, very good.
Yeah, it's harder to find a harder one in Europe. Maybe Saxry and Snoot, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these 3 are the hardest one right now.
Yeah. And I wonder if we'll see some more Roach Hydra play coming out from Hyun. He does like this style. He loves his 1-1 Roach timings and Roach busts, and doesn't play quite the same as Snoot, for example, which is Zergling, Bangling, Mutalist. So we'll see. Overgrowth is... can be a Roach Hydra map. It is kind of small, so these timings can hit faster. But
if you ask Tefel, every map is a Roach
every
Hydra.
map's Roach Hydra, man. It doesn't matter what map it is.
I don't know. The players are discussing something, and one of the casters is still missing. But okay, there we go. So as you said, Overgrowth, second map for this best of 3.
Just the best of 3 as well. So
yeah, the loser is out.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. I think it was in the Canadian qualifier, Huck went all the way and was 1 game away. I think he lost 1 game or 1 or 2 games away from the final, and it was a 9 or 10 hour grind.
That's what happened to First in the last qualifier.
Yeah.
That's just, I mean, someone has to get 3rd.
Yeah.
And that one is the most depressed guy for that for that tournament, right?
Luckily, First got first place this time.
Yeah.
And he's actually feeling a bit better about himself. But
Yeah.
we're going to lose someone here. There's not too many players left. We've, including First, 4 players left. Without First, just 3. And one of these guys is going to be eliminated in 4th place within this qualifier. Which one will it be? It's down here to the bottom left. It is Acer MMA, the golden boy, as we like to call him over here at ESL. And then up here to the top right, it is, of course, Hyun, who won WCS America before we saw Pig Baby win last season.
Yep. Yeah, and actually he lost to Pig Baby as well.
Yes, yes.
1-3, I
he
think.
demolished Polk the round before as well. I think
Yeah.
he was like 3-0 or something.
I know
against
that it
Polk.
was Teja. You mean? No, you mean
Yeah,
Hyun or?
Yeah, Hyun. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah,
Pig Baby beat Tasia.
Yeah. Indeed. So the SCV is going out once. Is this another? Guide me through. Why is he scouting that early? And why is his SCV going to the... Yeah, he's
Oh,
proxying.
proxy again, yeah. Yeah.
But this time it's 11-11?
It's going to be the same again, I think.
He's going to get gas?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he hasn't got another SCV out to build a second barrack.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. Has to be gas.
Yeah, this is not going to be expected, really. And it shouldn't even see a spawning pool first this time, so it should be hatch. Spawning pool was a little bit weird. I don't know if he's looking to maybe catch 2 barracks or he was just looking for the cancel on the command center.
Yeah, he was getting 6 circlings, so he had something in mind.
But this time he's got nothing in mind. The Overlord, technically, no, it's going to miss it. The Overlord path from the second Overlord is just going to miss it.
Yeah.
And it is going to be a Reaper again. And it is a fast spawning pool, 15-14 that is. So 15 hatch, 14 spawning pool. So it's straight after the hatchery the spawning pool comes in, which is a little faster queen.
Still the Reaper. This time there are not 6 zerglings.
Get a bunker in this time.
Yeah, I think so. This time the bunker should be finished. And it will be close to the ramp as well, I guess. So...
is he going to get it in
up
between?
the ramp?
Yeah, in between maybe, if at all. Yeah.
Oh, what is this drone doing there? It's like,
Yeah,
hello.
Hello. Oh no, am I getting there?
Should have gotten it on the low ground.
Reaper again.
You greedy Terran. Because now the bunker won't get up. There's no way he will get it.
God, the Reaper's out before the Queen starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Reaper's going to get over here and see how much damage this can do. We may even say mech again. I mean, he's got his barracks on the other side of the map. We'll see. We'll see how this is going to shape up. One drone is already going to be a victim on the natural. He has to run away straight away to the extractor. Bunker continues to be built here.
I thought he would pull, a few more drones to kill the SCV, but the Zergling should be enough, right?
Yeah,
it's hard to click on it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
hard to get
click.
the SCV, yes.
It's very hard to click on it. There we go.
He's got it.
Yeah.
But 2 Lings do die while the other 2 try to get the SCV, which is one aid that SCV gave for his life. 2 Lings run away, by the way, but MMA spots it this time.
Yeah, and this time he spots it.
Yeah, and that was actually a big hindrance to MMA in that last game, so it's good that he spot that this time.
Yeah, it was very annoying for him to deal with it. And yeah, he goes for the same setup. He continues to mine gas, he gets the factory, he gets the CC to wall off.
I wonder if MMA is choosing to play mech because of the recent Thor change. I don't know if that's the reason or not, because he's always played bio before this.
Yeah, let's see if he goes for mech on this map as well. I'd say Foxtrot, as you pointed out before, is extremely good for mech. If you get into this position he had, given the unit compositions and so on.
I mean, if you think about the last couple of patches with the new Hellion Hellbat being added in a couple of patches ago, and then the new Thor change, and then the mine change, there's all these changes that have really pushed in one direction, which is mech.
Yeah, it's the factory. And also, siege tanks got changes as well. The fire rate has been reduced a little. No, the cooldown for them to fire has been reduced a little bit, so they can actually shoot a bit quicker.
And at the moment, he is going down that same build order. I mean, he is bringing the barracks back, which is the difference before.
It's Overlord.
I mean,
can see everything.
Doesn't give it down.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? If you rally a Marine home, it's you just.
4 Reapers, very annoying, by the way. Creep tumor, almost a queen kill. Hyun is 3 gases, interestingly enough. We'll see where he takes his gas. Could be aggressive, could not be. It's obviously up to him now. But fast 3 command centers.
Yeah, these Reaper, they have some good DPS against queens.
Yeah. They're saving up energy now because they know they're in a little bit of trouble.
They will have to transfuse.
Oh, a scan.
What did he scan?
Main base?
The main
yeah.
base.
That's a little bit scary still to see this kind of double gas like this with no layer. Oh, okay. Shows the layer. Okay.
Very last second.
Roachron coming in. Layer.
Overlord is, of course, still on the other side. Sees the Hellions, and there will be one Viking to clean up the Overlords around the map. And is this mech again? We don't know yet, right? It could be...
The tech lab could be for the starport here, so
Yeah.
it still can be mech. It depends on his gases on the natural, obviously the most important part of mech. Really fast layer, and I guess that's for the Overseer to combat the Banshee, which is a pain in the backside last time too.
Yeah. He gets the armory in the back of his base. The Viking will kill the Overlord.
And then switch up into Banshee would lead us into mech, most likely.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, it's getting Stim is so late now. Yeah, it's going to be a switch up. Probably mech again, yeah. Cool. But notice how Hyun, maybe reading into this already, is already chosen to go roaches no matter what here. And roach upgrade, should I say, more importantly.
Finally, he gets
supply
the
block
hedge.
at the same time again, just not as heavy. 68 supplies. It was exactly the same supply count last game.
This time he needs only 5 instead of 7 Overlords. But yeah, the Viking once again killed both Overlords, how it was in last game. So maybe that's why he gets the supply block. He's not really counting with losing his Overlords at this moment. And yeah, the third hedge is going up. The Queens will be able to push away these Hellions.
God, 4 Reapers with these Hellions, though, that he's kept alive all game.
Look
There's
at this.
so much extra damage.
More Hellions on the right side, killing Creep Boomers at the same time. Threeling playing...
4 Reapers, like we're talking 8, 10 Hellions, Banshees as well. That is a deadly mix.
That's true. Will he transfuse his Overlord? Yes, he will. No more supply blocks. And of course, they can be transformed into Hellbats.
I mean, one thing that MMA's got to be very careful about is a Roach push out, which we're looking at again. Very similar to the last game, but Hyun is not slowed down as much. Whoa, engineering base. All right. Cool. I guess we're not going to see mech.
So he kind of confirmed the Roach play by Hyun.
And switched away, maybe?
Switched away, or maybe it was his plan after all. But Stimpack is so late if it was his plan.
And the upgrade's so far behind 1-1 as well.
Let's see where this goes. He shouldn't throw away all his units to the Roaches, because as you mentioned, I think a counterattack this time is way more dangerous than before.
You can't really run away with Hellbats,
because they have 1-1 now, the Roaches.
Yeah. Banshee production has to stay consistent at this point. He needs to keep building Banshees, otherwise he just dies to this. He has 1 Banshee out there, a second one's at home, a bunker, and that's it. And 12 more Roaches!
Yeah, Hyun is going for it again.
This has been pretty good defense overall
No,
from Hyun.
Oh, wow, so close if there would have been an Overseer. There is one, no!
He switched away from Banshee production. I think he may be in trouble. He's lost one of them. I think he's going to die to this. Look at the supply!
Can he fill the bunker? He has 2 Marines, 3 Marines.
It doesn't matter, man. I think he's dead.
32 Roaches against 3. He has nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing here.
That's what I said. Terrans can be very greedy.
A big switch from like a mech opener into bioplay into get killed, get destroyed, get wrecked.
A little bit too much going on for MMA at the same time. All the upgrades, all the tech. Very good blocking on the Roaches, but it just doesn't matter. He has no units. He has no DPS. His SCVs are the highest DPS he has. He's
a really, I think if we look at it like he's kind of naturally knows it, so GG. It was a really fancy, complicated opening from MMA, the Proxy Reaper into the Hellions, into the Banshee, into the Armory, like really fancy, really cool. But overall, all that fanciness didn't do anything. Like it actually just didn't do anything.
You think he lost a little bit of track because he made the Armory and the Hellbats, they got no use at all. Like he couldn't use them at all. Maybe
he didn't get to the drone lines once for like all game. The drone lines were untouched. The Queens were just transfusing each other all the time. Defense into a big counter, and that was it.
And then from Hellbat back to double eBay and very late Stimpack.
Yeah,
so
just
really
fancy play, but just
he had the plan. Like he was going for Roaches anyways, I think, no matter what.
Yeah.
And if you have an opponent who doesn't have a clear plan, you just kill him.
Yeah.
Like there were 3 Marines. So
3 Marines in that bunker and 1 Banshee that got picked off, and then another one defended by itself. Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I really do like MMA's opening, and I think it's very refreshing to see that kind of opening. It's very cool, and definitely has probably a more, a better chance if it does stay on mech rather than the switches out of mech, which is a little bit complicated of a strategy. But Catalina, 3rd map.
Let's see. I mean, the 3rd base is rather open, so maybe Roach Hydra could be a possibility, but then again, medevacs are very strong on this map as well, I
Yeah.
guess. So I think you need to have Mutalisk for the mid game.
Yeah, we'll see. This is definitely a cool map, though, for these two players. The
Yeah.
way that they've been playing, I think this will actually play out really, really well. All right, well, we're in the second series before we go to the last one. So we're in the last deciding map here, and then the winner of this will go up against Yoda to see who will go to the Intel Stream Masters Toronto in Canada, of course. Main tournament in just about a month's time. Let's find out who's going through to the last part of this tournament. Is it going to be this guy up to the top as the red Zerg? It is Hyun. With his roach style. He's always loved his roaches, even back when he played on TSL back in the day. And then, of course, down here to the bottom left. At the same time he was on TSL, this guy was on Slayers then in his MMA. And, yeah, I remember Hyun's first tournament ever was DreamHack Stockholm 2011. It was his first international tournament outside trying to qualify for GSL and stuff.
Yeah.
And he, at that time, it was maps like Cloud Kingdom and stuff.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
that kind of period. He wouldn't go Hive. Like, he
Ever.
played Zerg like he would in Brood War, which was just swarm style. So it was just layer units, layer units, layer units. He did really, really well in the early mid game and then always died late game because eventually these units aren't good enough anymore.
Yeah.
Same against Protoss. It was like Roach, Hydra, Zergling, Swarm.
I remember that, yeah.
And he just refused to do anything
Roach
else.
Hydra Corruptor was very the style of Hyun for a very long time.
And eventually, like you defend for long enough, you're gonna be okay. And that's how he lost a lot. But then he really evolved into a really good Infested Broodlord player eventually.
Yeah, he understood the
He understood
Stefano Zerg style.
And today he just gets Zerg fully.
Yeah, he can play pretty much every style. He's very strong in late game. He knows when he needs the Hive, but he also has this very strong mid game timings, like we just saw on the last map. He even does early pools sometimes against Protoss. So
it's a very dangerous player, very deadly. And this is a technically deadly opening as well. This one will be, as he can see, and trying to hide his Overlord too, which is very smart. If he can get away from the SCV scout, that is big. But I'm not sure he can, unfortunately. No, I just see it. The Lynx, 6 again, they're going to try and avoid the SCV, which knows where he spawns, so it is harder to do. But try to get onto that command center while the Reaper's out in the map. And it's not a Reaper, actually, it's a Marine.
no, it's a Marine, yeah.
Trying to catch, that's kind of tricky. Trying to catch an Overlord to come in to check for the Reaper, but...
That's true, but the second Overlord is very far away, and the other one is hiding on the high ground at the natural.
And look at this, the Lynx have been spotted, so you can just build the command center on the high ground and put it down on the low ground after.
The SCV will actually get into the main base and can check if there, I don't know, if there was some gas taken or not. And the Zerglings are running back, yeah. Given the reason that it has been spotted and the Reaper would greet the Zerglings, they decided to run home and split off only 2 once again, as we saw on the maps before. Trying to get the SCV kill on the command center.
That Reaper's not going anywhere, though. He's like,
waiting.
no way. I know what you are like, and this one Marine isn't going to be good enough by himself. The one weakness of this is that MMA can't scout if there is an all-in or something like that coming, which could have actually been a cool little switch-up if we were to see a Gasser taken pretty fast, acknowledging that the Reaper maybe had to stay at home.
But the SCV did get in and saw that both gases haven't been taken yet, so it would have hit rather late, I guess. Zergling's trying to sneak around, but as you mentioned, the Reaper's not going anywhere. Just wait. Pause, please. Okay. No problem.
Why is it 3 Ps? I always forget. It's not pretty please pause, is it?
I don't know what the rule is in Casper or GSL.
It's always 3 Ps. Please.
Please pause. Please.
Please pause.
Please.
It's like in international tournaments, it's like usually just PP, like please pause.
Yeah, please
like,
pause.
That's 3 Ps. I don't know why.
Protoss.
Maybe someone has to please pause. Protoss. It's just a complaint against Protoss. As everyone just complains about it no matter what. And Protoss players can complain about PvP anyway, so you guys get to join in as well.
Okay, go! With caps lock. So he will catch the Zerglings.
Yeah. And Marine there to finish him off. He's like,
can you scout the factory
headshot.
at least?
Boom, headshot.
Bam.
Double gas. So Hellion Banshee available. Hellion Armory weird Hellbat thingy available as well.
Yeah, let's see what he decides. So far, we did see Banshees both times, and he gets the tech lab. Yeah, once again, it will be Banshees, I believe. The Overlord on the bottom side, though, might be able to scout if he flies in a few seconds. Does have one more in the middle of the map. And the Reaper will get a scout to the Zerg base, though.
Yeah, it's going to be a big scout too. Late gases if he gets this. It's really nice to see these late gases. Obviously, you know there's no all-in coming. This isn't a second and third gas. It isn't a third and fourth gas. It's a good scout. It's a comfort scout.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have to be too scared right now. He does have his Hellions in front of his natural, just in case of the... He saw 6 Zerglings, and so far only 2 of them have been killed, so a few more might be still on the map. So the Hellions took a break before they finally move out, and the Banshee is on the way once more with Cloak. And another tech lab on the barracks here.
Yeah, he'll switch up now. It looks like it's going to be bio.
Yeah, I
barracks
think so
on the reactor, another barracks after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he gets the creep tumors, both of them. That was a nice pickoff, and he gets one more.
3.
So only one active tumor on the right side, to the right base, of course.
And no energy on these queens to respread, so that will slow him down a lot.
That was very annoying for Hyun. A little bit late on the reaction there to cancel at least one of these 2 tumors.
Yeah. Roach Warren coming down, that could be just, a little bit of safety considering he doesn't know what's going on, or it could be, again, dedication towards Roaches. We'll see shortly when the upgrades do commence for him. I wouldn't be surprised to see Roaches. He really favors Roach Hydra at the moment.
So he does see the Banshee flying out with his Overlords. Very good spread, by the way. He does have 2 Overlords in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Of course, if there would be a Viking, it's very annoying. This time he has the Spore Crawlers in time. 1 in the main base. He gets an Oversea. He has 2 at the natural. Spore Crawler, that is. So this time I don't think the Banshee will deal as much damage as he did on the very first one.
I think if you look at the infrastructure of MMA, I think it'd be really good for him to switch the factory to the starport. Tech lab and then start tank production, especially against the way that Hyun likes to play.
With the Roaches, right? Yeah.
Yeah, get tanks out from that tech lab, which is not used anymore on that starport.
Yeah, I agree. He actually,
he should do that. I think that's the smartest move right now.
But I think a barracks will fly over to this tech lab for combat shields and whatever what else he needs.
Maybe.
Like
Banshee's got a win, by the way. 3 kills in between the natural main. 4th kill coming in.
Actually, quite a lot, because Hyun is not sending away these drones, but he will get the Banshee.
Oh, another Banshee.
It's an even bigger deal.
Nice couple of kills here.
Good job there by MMA.
Yeah, Stim almost done. 1-1 on the way. He has switched the factory over, which is good. So tank production is going to be very important, I think, against this style.
Yeah, I like that. That seems nice.
But right now, we're not seeing... Roach production should have already started if it was like Game 1 and Game 2, but it's 10 more drones. So instead of those Roaches, he's droning a lot towards these back bases or this back third.
Yeah, but he lost 9 of them, so it's pretty much replacements right now. And he gets the Hydra then. So we will see. And there are the Roaches. So these 10 drones have been just for replacement. So he gets 16 minerals saturation. And yeah, he gets the Roaches now with the Hydra then.
Well, right now, MMA doesn't really know what's going on. He's looking around with his Banshees, building bunkers, because this is around the time that those Roaches start coming out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. 2 bunkers.
2 bunkers for no reasons. He's actually going to use his Banshee to scout, and he's going to spot a drone in a 4th hatch, which is less common with his style that is so aggressive. So that might be the first tell that he doesn't need the bunkers. The second one, obviously, is just to go look at the 3rd and see gases being taken and drones being mined. And he just get rid of 1 of the bunkers.
And it's the infestation pit once again, so we will see Vipers, Hydras, and Roaches. With probably 2-2, like
against
a 2-2 timing.
It's so weird. Like Roach, Hydra, Viper.
What did Hyun see? Nothing. He did see the Banshee, he did see the Hellions, and the Viking.
He hasn't seen any
Now he sees Stimpack. He just saw Stimpack for the Marines.
Yeah. It might be for Hive and 3-3 more so than Vipers. I think it's very difficult to pull off Blind and Cloud against such fast units like Marines.
You can't, unless you have Fungal.
Yes. So it might be for 3-3. And just a super crate. But against his style, you just don't want to attack.
This Banshee is doing some really good job. You mean as a Zerg, not attack, or as a Terran?
Yeah, you just got to max out. It's the same like Protoss. You don't really want to attack into a guy who's going to be sticking on Roach Hydra all game.
Really good focus there on the Queen with more energy, so Transfuse wasn't a problem.
And utilize of drops is crucial here. When you said you need the Mutas against this kind of...
That's what I thought on this map. Mutas Could be very good. The Banshee is still around.
Fourth cancelled,
what did he
creep
scan?
spread cancelled, just
Okay, sorry.
and he killed or stopped the fourth with the Banshee and stopped the new fourth with this drop, so
yeah,
really good play.
Banshee is still alive. Of course, Overseer is right behind, so he knows where it is. But third base for MMA is up. Mules have been dropped. He's getting one additional gas. He does have the tanks, as mentioned before, 3 of them right now. And is he pushing out? No, he will just take the...
Yeah, he's got to play defensive.
yeah, Sensor Tower. I really like that.
Yeah.
Sensor Towers...
drops and, you know, bunkered up kind of play is really, really good against this. But the army is being built now from Hyun. It is starting to rapidly increase. 150 supply. He's going to be at 200 pretty fast across these 3 bases. He doesn't have a lot of long-term plan because no fourth is obviously pretty big.
Yeah. He gets Vipers. He will abduct the tanks, I believe.
Yeah, that could work. Or blinding cloud the tanks and then go in.
Of course, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever is better. If the tanks are not spreaded, then blinding cloud obviously is better.
Well, it is
this 2-2 timing. Roach Hydra, 200 supply, 2-2 with maybe 2 or 3 perfect scan. Wow, he sees exactly the amount of units Hyun has.
That's a lot of units, man.
And it's time to get bunkers, I think, after you scan like this.
Yes. Oh god, that's a lot of units.
Oh, the Hellions. No, they didn't get too many.
Buying a bit more time, but he's going to see the upgrades on these things. +2 attack is done. He's building 2 tanks at a time now. From 2 factories, he's got to really spread out these against the Vipers. They cannot be clumped up.
Yeah.
Right now, there's 3 clumped up. They will just die to Blinding Cloud, or at least not fire from Blinding Cloud.
Huge drop. 4 medivacs full of units into the main base, and Hyun's army is out of position. It's just trying to squeeze through the hole in the natural.
That's a pretty cool way to deal with this style. Just massive drop in the main.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful at the same time.
Good abduct on the medivacs if he's able to kill them, but no. Wow, nice by MMA.
Squeezes out with that 3rd one. There's 2 just so low health. 3,
that afterburn.
Really
helped him here.
And that's allowed MMA to complete +2 attack. It's allowed him to increase his army value. He's getting closer and closer towards 200 supply, ideally where you want to be. But look at this Roach Hydra army.
But he spreads his tanks even further, at least in the north and in the south.
Yeah, supply depots is constriction buffers.
Yeah, it's a beautiful setup for MMA. I don't think that Hyun can push through, but
here we go.
We will find out.
Blinding Cloud on the right-hand side. Another 1 or 2 tanks at the back here. Is it going to be enough? Is he going to be able to burst through this? This is his attack. He's got a lot of units reinforcing this. He's breaking through at the moment.
Let's see. There are more tanks in the back, and 1 is at the natural, 2 is at the natural. Lots of Marines stimming in right now. But can he get through the tanks? Oh, he's blind. He can't see it. Because of the high ground. No, just now he's able to focus them down.
He breaks through. MMA goes for a kill on the 4th hatchery here, but I wonder if those units should have been back defending, because right now, Hyun is breaking through. 100 supply to 170.
I think if he rallies on top of his ramp, but you're right. Wow, where's all the supply? It's 33 roaches, so he's remixing on roaches completely here. And you might be right, he really needed these units at home. It was filled 2 medivacs or one medivac?
2 medivacs.
2 medivacs,
16 Marines, and now he's been walked over. He didn't have enough to defend here. Maybe a lack of Marauders in this composition was also pretty crucial against the high roach count, but
that looked strong, this 2-2 timing.
Very powerful attack.
It was almost, I mean, of course, he didn't have bunkers, but the supply depot soaked up damage, so it was a very, very defensive terrain with double tank production, and
still not enough.
Yeah, he got walked over.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, 2 medivacs full with units. I mean, that's something that could help out in the defense.
Yeah, it's funny because in Wings of Liberty, tanks were the thing to deal with this kind of attack. But you know, now with Vipers, they're just not as good at dealing with this anymore. So I wonder what is the best way. Does he, you know, just go full bio? Does he try to use mines because of the new mine change? Yeah, whatever the case is, unfortunately, MMA's not going to get to try out a proper way against this. Maybe Yoda can try something if we see similar styles in the next game.
But once again, the tank drop. No, just to evacuate them on the high ground.
Oh, man, MMA's in so much trouble.
Yeah, there's, I mean, not much we can say. He lost all his SCVs. It's down to 26. Hyun never really had a huge economy as well, so the drops like these are very, very annoying for him because every single drone counts.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, it's just that there was too much damage, and he even gets 3-3.
Yeah. And, you know,
he will get this.
This is a good pick-off.
It's funny.
It's a good pick-off and a good escape, but there's simply, if you just look at the natural, there's like 3 tanks and 20-odd Marines. There's more roach. Oh, okay. There's double the roaches to the Marines. They got 3 upgrades.
I think you were right about the Marauders as well. He has only reactors on the besides a single barracks, but I think that one was building Marine. Yeah, it's building Marines as well.
Yeah.
So with a few Marauders, maybe the Roaches die earlier, and then you can finally take down the Hydras.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it really affects your gas income because you're playing with 2 factories with 2 tanks and upgrades maybe, but I'm not sure the exact numbers on that. But
good abduct once again. Medivac is going down.
Unstoppable, man.
But this
He's had a very good tournament himself, obviously in the low bracket, but started off with a loss against First, who went through in first place, and then fell down, beat Patient, beat Jack G, beat Golden, and is now looking to win against MMA as well to go up against Yoda in the final round. And here's the final attack, and MMA is simply outnumbered, outgunned, and unfortunately outplayed in this game as the strategy choice from Hyun was too good, and he's going to burst through absolutely everything here. These 3-3 Hydras not messing around. Everything's going to die here, and MMA unfortunately eliminated.
Wow.
First place in Shenzhen, European qualifier. 4th place here.
These guys from the team house in Duisburg, Düsseldorf, it is. Düsseldorf.
Yeah.
All of them.
First and
First is already qualified, and now Yoda is playing against Hyun.
yeah, these guys top 3. So very good for them.
Wow.
And then if you think about in Season 2 for WCS as well, or Season 1, should I say, when we had Hyun win and also MC win at the same time, both guys from the same house winning the tournament in the same arena in here.
One won the WCS North American and the other one the European one.
Yeah, so they are getting some good results,
Crazy
of course.
results.
And of course they do quite well when they travel to the DreamHacks, the Intel Masters as well. And they've got top 3 here, so we will definitely see 3 representatives from that house in Dusseldorf going through. Oh, 2, sorry, going through 3 top here. But yeah, we have our final game. Yoda and Hyun.
Yeah, so maybe
Yoda's played well, though. Hyun's looking great.
Yeah, Yoda played extremely well against Zerg, and Hyun just showcased how strong he is against Terrence. And I mean, Yoda will know his style very well. So maybe he will have the answer to this Roach Hydra attacks in the mid and even like early late game. So I guess if we have a Terran in this tournament, it might be Yoda who knows exactly what to do against this.
All right, guys, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we return back is the final best of 3 of the evening. Who is taking 2nd place? Who is going to Canada? We'll be right back to find out.